Welcome back to Killer Film Reviews. Today we'll be talking about the film Inside Out. Arguably going to be the #1 film of this year when you think about things. No, I'm not going to sit there and give people the joy of just pounding me in randoms when I haven't played the game in a little while. I prefer co-op where things are more under control, to be honest, but getting back to Inside Out, I think it is really a coming-of-age story about Riley just learning to accept how it is to be growing up with all these different emotions and all the pressures of trying to make new friends, of trying to fit in, that awkward year between. The film basically centers around Riley in 8th grade going into 9th grade for the most part, but it mostly stays focused on the summer and not on the fall aspect of where they're actually going to classes and such. Mainly focuses on Riley's summer hockey camp, which honestly isn't the worst setting, for coming of age story. Basically, the emotions, joy, sadness, anger, and fear and disgust have been doing their own thing, basically trying to keep things going hunky-dory. And then the new emotions start showing up. The anxiety. Anxiety is the big one. Envy, embarrassment, ennui, and nostalgia. But nostalgia really doesn't make much of a splash in this film for some reason. Nostalgia is just kind of in the background, but is there. Honestly, I think that the film is kind of nice to have a change of pace, from the usual. Because it took... Of course, I could figure out what the plot was going to be within a good 5-10 minutes, of course, but you could easily guess the plot if you've seen enough movies, if you watch the trailers. But getting back to the film itself, was it good? Was it bad? I think it was a solid 9 out of 10 for me. I kind of go with like a 9 out of 10 just because it didn't quite have that extraordinary factor to it that I kind of look for when I do a 10 out of 10 on a film. Honestly, it's a good change of pace to be doing something more kid-friendly versus all the rated R's I've rated on this channel the last 2 years or so. I don't think really that anybody could have any problems with this film. I think this is about as kid-friendly as you can get with a film, really. I think more people have had problems with other films that I've seen or whatever, considering their subject matter and all that. But getting back to it, what was my favorite part of the film? I think my favorite part of the film was just seeing all these new emotions kind of just showing up and kind of rocking the boat, changing the dynamic up a little bit, rather than everything be happy all the time like it is with in the first one with Joy, kind of running it for the first 10-20 minutes of Inside Out 1, I think. Honestly, it's been a while since I've really reviewed anything kind of related to Disney, I want to say. But this year has been pretty much kind of no content whatsoever coming out for Star Wars or Marvel. Besides, of course, Deadpool 3, which is coming up in a couple weeks. I try to make that out within like a week of that coming out, of course. But besides that, I don't really think there's any other major releases this year besides maybe Gladiator 2. But yeah, Inside Out 2. I think I just kind of like the ennui emotion the most because one of my favorite emotions myself is kind of like when you go like the ugh, this again or whatever. Because that's kind of my reaction to a lot of things is the ugh. So I really like that ennui emotion a lot. Don't really like do anything unless I have to do something, But when I put an effort into something, I really try to get something done pretty good, pretty fast, you know. A lot of the time, the film spacing, I want to say, was great. I don't think they could have gone much longer without losing the attention spans of little kids and all that. They're not going to have much attention spans anyway, given the rise of watching YouTube shorts at young ages. Honestly, I think social media in general, I'm glad that there's YouTube Kids, I'm glad that's a thing, but I think limiting screen time is definitely important. Don't have kids of my own, but I would think limiting screen time would be important for anyone with kids in this day and age. I can't really think of anything bad about this film, you know. I mean, they did it so well. I just don't think I give it that 10 out of 10 just because it just doesn't have that extraordinary factor that I'm looking for. Like, when was the last time I had something that I rated 10 out of 10? I forget. It's probably Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, or whatever, which was like ages ago. Honestly, that film is a mind bender. Not for people that are under the age of 17, of course. I think it's a rated R film. When it comes to Deadpool and its eventual release, I'll figure out what I do from there, but honestly, I can't really think of anything bad to say about this film. I guess it's maybe just because I'm older that it doesn't get a 10 out of 10 for me, because I guess I think of a 10 out of 10 with something that just surprises me and makes me go, whoa. I haven't had a film do that to me in a while. Just because the recent films have just been kind of not up to par. Kind of see in the background we got the Star Trek thing going on because of Star Trek Days and World of Warships at the moment, but honestly, I can't wait to look forward to whatever Inside Out 3 is going to be, whether that be a spin-off or sequel or whatever. I'll be watching for it when it comes out. Is there other things? Do I think that there's going to be any big releases this year that are going to catch my attention? No, probably not. I'm just not thinking there's going to be much coming out this year for film, so I'll kind of be on and off depending on how much time I have. I do apologize for not being around in a while. It's just been hectic working 2 jobs and basically working close to full-time hours at both for a little bit. Getting hours down was a struggle in itself, but eventually I got there. Inside Out 2, I think, just can be a film for anybody to watch regardless of age. I think you'll go away learning something from it. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for Inside Out 2. 9 out of 10. Good plot, good story. Just didn't have like the surprising factor that I was looking for that would make it a 10 out of 10. I'm going forward. I think I'll be more rigorous with film reviews and such. But until next time, I want to thank you all once again for supporting Killer Film Reviews. I know I haven't been as consistent with the uploads as I should have been, but I try. There just hasn't been anything good to watch lately. There's been too many disappointments from Disney. This would be one of the few that doesn't disappoint. So, until next time, thanks for watching Killer Film Reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my many other ones. Thanks and good day.